Hi guys, Dru with Dru Talks. So today I'm going to show you a video that was sent to me by Montanans for Health and Family Rights. They've put together a video about Senate Bill 65 in Montana, and I think it's really important to take a look at. So something you need to know about Senate Bill 65 is I encourage you to read it for yourself. And I have been told by many people to stop talking about Senate Bill 65. And the reason is the Republican establishment wants this bill passed. And the more we talk about it and the more we encourage people to read it, the more people are saying this is a really bad bill. But for whatever reason, our Republican establishment in government from the top down has decided that Senate Bill 65 needs to pass. So you really need to read this bill for yourself and decide what you think. I will put a link to the bill in the description for this video. A gentleman by the name of Fitzpatrick has put forth the bill. He is a sharp young man. He's a lawyer, I believe, and he has done some really good work. But he is determined to get this bill passed. He has absolutely married it. And I do not like this bill. There is a lot of things in it that are very, very concerning. I actually went last week and spoke against this bill. And I'm going to tell you, there were a lot of people there. The people that were speaking for it were there representing organizations or groups. They'd stand up and say, I'm with this group or that group. Probably lobbyists. The people that were there to speak against it, we had small business owners, we had moms. We were there for 4 hours waiting to speak. And these people, you know, they had their little kids with them, and they were in there standing up against all these professional speakers and lobbyists who are trying to get this thing passed. So we really have a David and Goliath scenario. And I have been told, don't even bother trying to stand up against this bill because it's going through. And basically, Dru, you gotta kiss a frog to get a prince. I don't kiss frogs. This is a bad bill. I don't care who wants it passed. I don't care if we have a governor that is saying we have to pass this in order for him to keep his promises. That is not gonna fly. This bill needs to go away. It is a big Washington bill. It does not belong in the state of Montana. But do not take my word for it. Go and read about it or watch this video where Fitzpatrick talks about exactly what this bill stands for. So I'm going to show you the video. Enjoy. Here we go.
This is a very sneaky bill. It has been promoted as protection for businesses so that we could all get back to work, and it is nothing of the kind. It is more like a mafia style of protection. Do what we tell you to do, and you'll be just fine. If I wanted to design a bill that would keep killing small businesses and while protecting big hospital and big pharma, this is the one I would sponsor.
This bill is not for the person that doesn't want to follow the rules and doesn't want to do anything, all right? If you want to take that risk, that's fine, you can take that risk, and this is a free society, and you want to risk yourself with liability, that's fine. What I want to do is I want to provide the 95, 99% of all Montanans that want to make a good faith effort some guidance as to what they can do to avoid getting sued.
These frivolous lawsuit phrases trotted out every time they ask for immunity. Lawyers would be silly if they took frivolous cases because they're going to get kicked out of court. That's just the way it works.
So if the person puts the sign on the door that says, we don't have to pay attention to the rules and regulations, come on into my place of business, I'm not going to watch you, and I don't care what you do, then they're putting themselves back on that liability list, correct?
My opinion would be if somebody put a sign on the door that said, we're not honoring mask mandates in there, and you get sick in there, that's just take that picture. That's the first proof of negligence right there. So you're done. You would have a defense, of course, of comparative negligence because you knowingly entered an area without masks. But I think a judge is going to say you're negligent.
The sponsor of the bill, Senator Fitzpatrick, explained that gross negligence was being in a room without masks, not 6 feet apart, essentially not following healthcare guidelines, as actually being gross negligence.
There must be an amendment that strikes sections 6, 7, and 8, which I call the threat sections, and replaces them with real protection for businesses who do not follow the guidelines they don't believe in. Because as it stands now, not following the guidelines with substantial compliance clearly can easily be construed as gross negligence.
All right, thanks guys for watching the video. As you can see from Fitzpatrick's mouth, Senate Bill 65 will make businesses who do not toe the line with the Board of Health, they will be liable for frivolous lawsuits. This is a problem. This bill also has a blanket protection over the medical industry. That's kind of a problem too. I do not want that form of corporatism in my state. I believe in capitalism. When we have bills in place that are picking and choosing winners in the market, so they're protecting things like big medical institutions, but they're opening up liability for small businesses. This is a big Washington bill. We do not need the government picking and choosing winners this way. And honestly, we don't need them involved in healthcare at all. If they want to put forth a good bill, they need to put forth one that's going the other way and removing the government from healthcare so it can get back to being between patients and their providers, not patients, providers, and the creepy government guy in the room with you. That's all I have to say about that. Like, share, dislike, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. I'm thinking of doing a follow-up video on this Senate bill with a clip show of all the testimonies that were given last week because they were really, really good. All right, thanks guys.